Irene Cara. Flashdance, what a feeling. It just happened to be the next song in my playlist here. Jeremy Paul, I'm going to now say that is your walk-on music.
Thank you. I will put that on one side.
I love that. If you did have walk-on music, if you were doing like a stage performance of, sort of getting up and doing a Q&A or something, what would your walk-on music be?
I've got no idea. It's not something I've ever even considered.
Imagine. We were just talking off air though about music, and you're a fan of a particular genre, aren't you?
Oh, I'm very much 70s prog rock. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Good shout.
Sort of the early Genesis.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, etc., etc.
I'm sure we can put some Pink Floyd on for you in a little bit, of course. It's wonderful stuff. And we were talking about Roger Dean and his amazing artwork for albums and things. Would you ever consider doing something like that, sort of album artwork or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I do quite a lot of licensing of my work anyway. It's appeared on, I mean, most successfully on T-shirts, and in which actually one of them was spotted on a Rihanna video.
I'm sorry?
Yes, one of my T-shirts was being worn by one of her backing dancers on a Rihanna video.
That's extraordinary. That is extraordinary.
It's really weird. You sit and you do this painting in, my little studio in Colby, and then they sometimes take a life of their own. John Cleese was seen wearing the same T-shirt on the One Show a couple of years ago.
What was this image? What was the image on the
It's a lion,
T-shirt?
just a portrait of a lion. Jack Black has been seen wearing it.
This is an
but
incredible list.
The Rihanna video, I mean, my daughter spotted it and said, "Whoa, look what I've just found."
Amazing. Yeah. And with things like that, is it? I don't know. Would they ever be attributed to you in any way? I suppose it can't be. It's just the image itself.
No,
isn't
it's
it?
just. Well, I get a little royalty for every T-shirt, basically.
Yeah.
So and it's done very well over the years. So.
What an audience! So with John Cleese's fans, Rihanna's
he didn't
fans,
look
and
very
Jack
good
Black
in it,
fans.
I have to say.
Did he not? Maybe not quite the same as a Rihanna backing dancer,
No,
I'd imagine,
no.
but that's still quite what an achievement. That's amazing. And also an achievement which we found out about recently through yourself is that you have been selected to be part of a very prestigious collection, haven't you? Tell us about this.
Well, there's an exhibition takes place every year in Wisconsin, which is hardly the centre of the art world, but it is for bird artists. There's every year there's an exhibition called Birds in Art, and it's grown to be the most prestigious exhibition for artists from around the world. And they have over 1,000 entries. You have to submit a painting, and they choose about 60 to be exhibited. I first learnt about birds in art back in 1981 when I was a marine biologist, and I saw the touring exhibition, which was in London at the Natural History Museum, and I just started sort of painting birds and things. And I thought, I'll never get into this. But anyway, I got in for the first time back in 1994, and I thought, oh wow, I've made it. And then it took another 13 years before I got painting selected again. But since then, I've sort of been in quite a few times. And this year, I had a painting which was of a lake in Madagascar with some flamingos in it. And heard a couple of weeks ago that they want to add it to their permanent collection, which
wonderful.
is a real thrill.
That is
for me.
wonderful.
So,
that Jeremy Paul from years back thinking I think I'm going to be a wildlife artist, and now in the permanent collection of that very exhibition.
Yeah, it's quite. When I think about it, it's quite an achievement, and from very early sort of drawings and paintings, which I'll be honest, weren't particularly good, to what I achieve now. It's been a long, slow progression, shall we say?
And why do you think they chose that particular painting, the flamingos?
It's slightly the composition is slightly different. It's looking across a lake, and there's just this line of pinkish white birds going across the middle of it. So it's not your normal sort of portrait of a flamingo. So it was a lake in Madagascar, which is a sort of soda lake, and it sort of seems to change colour as the day goes on. It's a very strange place. The painting I was really pleased with. So
it sounds like it's almost it's atmosphere as well as the wildlife by the sound of things.
Yeah.
Oh, extraordinary. Well, I'm sure that people will probably listen to this and think, right, I'm booking a flight, I'm going to Wisconsin.
To Wisconsin, yeah.
But of course, they can see your artwork much closer to home
Yeah.
at Port St Mary at Studio 42 at the moment through till the mid-October. We have had a message in from Will who says, please ask Jeremy, have you seen any hen harriers on the Isle of Man?
Oh, yeah, yes, I mean, quite regularly. Particularly, I mean, where I live in the south of the island, I've seen them quite often, and I've photographed them myself. There has in recent weeks been a leucistic one, which is a pure white hen harrier, has been seen, and
off the Isle of Man, around the Isle of Man.
Yeah.
Oh, my
And
word.
there's some fantastic, or one or two fantastic photographs by Peter Christian of this bird. Which is just the most amazing sight.
I do recommend, if you're on Twitter or X, whatever it's called, do follow Peter Christian, because his photographs
just
are
incredible,
remarkable, aren't they? The kingfishers, and he gets birds in flight sort of attacking each other and all sorts of things.
Well, this white hen harrier, I mean, I've never heard of anything like that before, but it's the most amazing. It would be really confusing to see it out, if you think, oh, that's a gull, no, it's not. What is it?
So this is going to be your next capture. You're going to paint this one next.
I have no idea whether I'll be able to see it. I only paint what I've seen and photographed myself, so I doubt whether I'll find it. I don't know.
Oh, well, fingers crossed for you. But in the meantime, many congratulations on being in this permanent collection. It's a fantastic achievement, it really is. You have the stamps, they're out now, aren't they?
Yes,
the stamps,
they are.
I believe.
Yeah.
So you can get the beautiful limited edition collection of the stamps as well. Beautiful 6 stamps, Birds of Prey on the Isle of Man. And do get yourselves to Studio 42 to check out the exhibition and potentially meet shopkeeper Jeremy as well while you're there. All the best in the meantime. It's lovely to speak with you, Jeremy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Take care.